Here's a statistic that will completely change how you think about attraction. 85% of women don't experience genuine arousal until one very specific thing happens first. And it has nothing to do with what most guys think. Most guys are wrong to assume physical attraction works the same for everyone. If you've ever wondered why some nights felt electric while others fell completely flat even with women who seemed interested, this will explain it. I dove into the research, psychology, and science behind female arousal, and suddenly everything made sense. Today, I'm breaking down the 5 stages that lead to genuine female arousal, a process most men never really understand. This isn't locker room talk, this is psychology backed by solid research that will change how you connect with women. Let's get into it. Number 1. Emotional safety must come first. Here's what most guys don't realize about female arousal. It starts in the mind, not the body. Before a woman can truly feel attracted to you, her brain asks one critical question: am I safe with this person? And safety here isn't just physical though, that matters, it's emotional and psychological safety. The deep subconscious test every woman runs to decide if she can be vulnerable with you. From an evolutionary perspective, women who made bad calls about partners faced serious risks, so this instinct is hardwired and still very much alive today. Emotional safety shows up in simple ways. How you respect her boundaries, whether you actually listen when she talks or just wait to speak, and how you respond when she says no, even to small things. Her subconscious is always testing: if I say no here, will he respect it or push back? I learned this firsthand with a woman I dated who pulled back every time we got closer. I was confused until she told me, "You interrupt me all the time and dismiss my opinions, even about little things. How am I supposed to feel safe being vulnerable when you don't respect what I say?" That was my wake-up call. I realized you can't build physical intimacy without emotional safety first. It's like building a house without a foundation. Unstable no matter how nice it looks. Emotional safety comes from consistency. It means showing over time that you respect her autonomy and feelings, that you won't punish her for being honest or setting boundaries. That means truly listening, asking for her opinions, considering with them, and gracefully accepting her no's without guilt or pressure. Number 2. Mental stimulation ignites the spark. Once emotional safety is firmly in place, the next crucial element is mental stimulation. Here's something that might surprise. Though for the vast majority of women, arousal begins in the brain long before it reaches the body. Research consistently shows that women's arousal patterns are fundamentally different from men's. While men often experience arousal as a straightforward physical response, women's arousal is much more complex, involving multiple psychological and emotional factors working together. Mental stimulation doesn't mean you need to be a genius or talk quantum physics on every date. It means engaging her mind in ways that create excitement, curiosity, and emotional connection. It means making her think, laugh, wonder, and feel intellectually appreciated. I remember dating this incredibly smart woman who worked in marketing. At first, I kept trying to impress her with stories about my work, achievements, and opinions on everything, but the conversation felt flat and forced. She was polite but clearly not engaged. Then one night, instead of talking about myself, I genuinely asked about her work, not just the usual "how was your day?" but questions like, what's the most challenging project you're working on right now? What makes it complicated? How are you approaching the solution? Her whole demeanor changed. She became animated, passionate, and fully engaged, sharing not just what she did but how she thought about problems, what excited her in her field, and what frustrated her about industry trends. That's when I realized mental stimulation isn't about showing how smart you are. It's about recognizing and engaging with how smart she is. Mental stimulation happens through several channels. Intellectual curiosity is huge, asking questions that make her think, sharing ideas that challenge her perspective, and engaging deeply with topics she's passionate about. But it's not all serious. Playful banter, clever humor, and unexpected observations about everyday life all engage her mind in exciting ways. Emotional intelligence plays a massive role too. When you can read between the lines of what she says, pick up on her emotions, and respond with empathy and understanding, that's mental stimulation as well. It shows you can navigate the complexity of human feelings, which is incredibly attractive. Mystery and unpredictability also mattered, not manipulative games, but genuine unpredictability where you surprise her with your thoughts, perspectives, and reactions. When a woman feels like she's still discovering new layers of who you are, her mind stays curious and engaged. Number 3. Anticipation builds the tension. This is where most guys completely miss the mark. They think arousal is all about rushing to physical intimacy. But for most women, arousal is about the journey, not the destination. It's anticipation, build-up, and delicious tension that develop over time. Think about your favorite movie as the best part, the final scene, or the suspense that makes the climax so satisfying. Female arousal works the same way. It's often more about anticipation than the physical moment itself. That's why rushing physical advances kills the mood. Even with women who are genuinely interested, you're stealing the crucial anticipation phase. I learned this from a woman I dated who was very direct about what she wanted. One night she told me, "Slow down. You're rushing towards something I'm not ready for yet, and ironically that makes me less likely to want it. Let me want it first." That phrase changed everything for me. Let me want it first. Anticipation builds through several subtle but powerful mechanisms. Physical proximity without immediate gratification is huge. Sitting close enough that you're almost touching but not quite. Holding eye contact a moment longer than usual. Casual touches that hint at more but don't demand it. A hand on her arm during conversation. Fingers brushing as you hand her something. A brief touch on her back as you guide her through a door. These moments create what psychologists call arousal, tension, the delicious discomfort of wanting something just out of reach. For many women, this tension is a crucial part of arousal. Verbal anticipation matters just as much. It's the art of suggestion without being explicit, comments that paint mental images without being crude, compliments that hint at attraction without overt sexuality. Saying you have the most distracting smile creates anticipation, while your heart just states a fact. Time also plays a vital role, not just within a single evening but across multiple encounters. The woman who looks forward to seeing you again because your last conversation left her wanting more, the excitement that builds between text exchanges, the way attraction deepens between dates when both are thinking about each other. Fourth, emotional connection deepens the experience. Physical attraction might get someone's attention, but emotional connection transforms simple interests into genuine arousal. This is one of the most misunderstood parts of female sexuality, the crucial role emotional intimacy plays in physical desire. For most women, arousal isn't just a physical response, it's an emotional experience. The deeper her emotional connection to you, the more her body responds to your presence. This is why sex with someone she feels truly connected to is often far more satisfying than casual encounters, even if the physical technique is similar. Emotional connection grows through vulnerability, both yours and hers. It's about sharing parts of yourself you don't reveal to everyone, and creating space for her to do the same. This mutual vulnerability forms a unique bond that enhances every other aspect of attraction. I remember being in a relationship where I tried to keep a cool exterior, only sharing my strengths and successes. The woman I dated was interested, but something felt missing. Our physical chemistry was surface level, almost mechanical. Everything shifted the night I opened up about a career setback that shook my confidence. Instead of seeing it as weakness, she responded with empathy and shared her own professional fears. That conversation created an emotional intimacy that transformed our physical connection completely. Emotional connection involves key elements. Empathy is essential, the ability to truly understand and respond to her emotional state, to be present with her feelings without trying to fix or dismiss them. When she feels truly seen and appreciated in all her complexity, it creates a profound sense of connection. Active listening plays a huge role, not just hearing her words but understanding the emotions behind them, asking thoughtful follow-up questions, remembering details from past conversations and bringing them up later. These behaviors show she matters deeply to you and that you genuinely pay attention to her inner world. Fifth, physical attraction becomes the catalyst. Only after emotional safety, mental stimulation, anticipation, and emotional connection are established does physical attraction ignite the energy that transforms all that build-up into genuine arousal. This final piece isn't just about looks or technique, it's about physical presence, energy, and the connection that's already been carefully built. Confidence and the ability to create and respond to physical chemistry are essential. It's about becoming someone whose touch she craves because of everything built between you. The biggest mistake most men make is starting with physical attraction and assuming everything else will follow. But research shows that for most women, it's actually the opposite. Emotional and mental connection enhance physical attraction, not the other way around. I learned this from a woman who explained it perfectly. There are lots of attractive men, very few who can make me feel safe, understood, excited, and desired all at the same time. When someone can do all that, they become irresistible. At this stage, physical attraction is about presence and awareness. It's about being comfortable in your own body and attuned to hers. Physical chemistry is a conversation between two bodies, not a performance by one person. Touch becomes meaningful only when built on the foundation of everything else. A hand on her back means something different when she trusts you completely. Eye contact feels different when you've shared emotional intimacy. Even simple proximity becomes charged with energy when anticipation has been properly built. Physical attraction also means understanding her unique responses and preferences. Every woman is different, so what feels good to one might not work for another. The key is paying attention, communicating, and responding to her reactions, rather than following a predetermined script. Energy and confidence play huge roles here. When a woman feels emotionally safe and connected, mentally engaged, and anticipation where has been built, she wants to feel your confidence and presence, not arrogance or aggression, but genuine comfort with yourself and the moment. Many women report their most intense arousal happens when all 5 elements are present: emotional safety, mental stimulation, anticipation, emotional connection, and physical attraction as the catalyst. So there it is, the 5-stage process that leads to genuine female arousal: emotional safety, mental stimulation, anticipation, emotional connection, and finally physical attraction. Here's what most guys get wrong. They try to skip straight to stage 5 and wonder why it doesn't work. Arousal isn't a light switch you can flip. It's a process that unfolds when the conditions are right. That 85% statistic I shared earlier comes from research showing most women need multiple psychological and emotional conditions met before experiencing genuine arousal. It's not about being difficult or complicated, it's just how female sexuality actually works. Understanding this changes everything. It makes you a better partner, a more attractive man, and someone who can create genuine connection instead of just going through the motions. If this video opened your eyes to something new, hit subscribe and share your thoughts in the comments. Have you experienced these stages in your relationships? What surprised you most? Remember, genuine attraction isn't about tricks or techniques, it's about understanding, respecting, and engaging with the complex, beautiful reality of how human connection truly works. I'll see you in the next video.